The moment I swung a leg over the Ryvid Anthem, I realized this wasn't just another electric startup trying to build a Me Too motorcycle. It looks like something that fell off the set of a Ridley Scott film. Sharp, skeletal, and undeniably cool. But the real surprise came before I even twisted the throttle. I pressed the button, and the entire seat assembly smoothly descended 3 inches. In a world of fixed frames, this level of human-centric design is a revelation for an urban commuter. Ergonomics, tech, and practicality. The Anthem's party trick is its electronically adjustable seat height, moving from 30 to 34 inches on the fly. Whether you're lane filtering through gridlock and want to flat-foot the ground, or stretching out for a more open riding position on the boulevard, it's a game changer. The riding position itself is what I'd call aggressive neutral. You're upright enough to see over SUVs, but the foot pegs are high enough to give you a sporty feel in the corners. The tech is refreshingly purposeful. You get a 4.9-inch TFT display that is crisp even in direct sunlight, and the interface is intuitive, lacking the beta test clunkiness of other boutique brands. There's no clutch, obviously, but you do get a reverse mode, which at a curb weight of just 313 pounds makes backing out of tight uphill parking spots effortless. Wind protection is non-existent, and while the seat looks like a piece of modern art, it's a bit on the firm side. Fine for a 30-minute dash to the office, but you'll start feeling it an hour in. The ride, engine, and handling. Electric bikes often live or die by their throttle tuning. The Anthem's 72V air-cooled motor is a masterclass in linear delivery. In eco mode, it's a docile kitten, perfect for wet roads, but click it into sport and it delivers a punch that belies its 20 horsepower peak. With 250 pound-feet of torque at the wheel via a 4.7-to-1 gear ratio, the 0 to 30 mile-per-hour sprint happens in just 1.1 seconds. It's addictive. You will beat every car off the line without even trying. The handling is where the Anthem's aerospace-inspired stainless steel box frame shines. It feels incredibly rigid and communicative. Because the 4.3 kilowatt-hour battery is mounted so low, the center of gravity is floor level, making the bike feel even lighter than it is. It tips into corners with the urgency of a 125cc pit bike, but stays remarkably stable mid-corner thanks to the Pirelli Diablo Rosso 4 rubber. The suspension, inverted front forks, and an adjustable rear monoshock are tuned for the city. Firm enough to feel the road, but plush enough to soak up the manhole covers that usually rattle your teeth on smaller bikes. Drivetrain and daily life. The belt drive means the Anthem is nearly silent, save for a futuristic whir. It's a strange sensation at first, but it allows you to hear everything around you, a massive safety win in heavy traffic. The removable battery is the killer app here. It weighs about 85 pounds, but it has integrated wheels and handles so you can roll it into your apartment or office like a piece of carry-on luggage. Charging is dead simple. The onboard 3.3 kilowatt charger means you don't need a bulky external brick. On a standard 110-volt outlet, you'll hit 80% in about 2.3 hours. In my time with the bike, I averaged about 45 to 50 miles of real-world range with a mix of heavy-handed city riding and short highway bursts. If you're pinned at 70 miles per hour on the freeway, expect that range to plummet toward 30 miles. It's also worth noting how cool the bike runs. There's zero heat to cook your legs while you're waiting for a light to change in mid-July. Limitations and trade-offs. The Anthem is a specialist, not a generalist. Its biggest limitation is its turning radius. The fork stops hit sooner than you'd expect, making U-turns in narrow streets a multi-point affair. While it can hit 85 miles per hour, it feels out of its element on the interstate. The wind blast is significant, and the battery percentage drops like a stone. Additionally, the tank area is narrow and made of folded metal. There isn't much to grip with your knees during hard braking. This is strictly an urban tool, and for anyone with a 60-mile round-trip highway commute, this will be a deal breaker. Final verdict. Buy this motorcycle if you live in a city, have a short to medium commute, and want the most stylish, tech-forward way to bypass traffic for under $7,000. It is the perfect second bike for a garage or a primary machine for the apartment dweller who can't install a dedicated EV charger. Avoid it if you plan on doing real touring or have a heavy right hand on long stretches of highway. If you need a bike that can do 100 miles without a pause, the battery technology just isn't there yet at this price point.